You too.
Thank you. And then if you get tired, we have an extra bed in the room, there's a single bed, otherwise you can take Bruno's bed and you can sleep there. Up to you. If you want to, work that. Yeah, I've been cold till I have someone got to come out. I need something. Yeah, I do. I'm gonna get some rice and put in place. But I don't make rice, because two boys are diet, she makes rice.
You make rice?
I don't make rice. Because I don't
You
make
can't
rice.
have what you found out that way.
I know, but I don't make the yesterday. So we couldn't buy some.
It's easy to make.
I know, it's gonna take 20 minutes to make. You guys can do it probably. You tell me. You can come forward on the street. We have a very cute place, it's very cozy. Mhm. So just wait. We don't have to read it all, no, I know, so
Good evening, everyone. We will now begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for blessings and protection received while participating in the construction of paradise on earth. Amatsu-Norito and Miroku Prayer, please stand. Taka amahara ni gamu sumari masu. Kamurogi kamuromi no mikoto mochite Sumemi oya kamu izanagi no mikoto Tsukushi no gimuka no tachihana no Odo no awagi harani Misogi harai tamo Toki ni narimaseru Maharai dono kamitachi moro moro no magagoto tsumike gare o Arai tamae kiyome tamae tomao sugoto no yoshio Amatsu kami kunitsu kami ya oyorozu no kami tachi tomoni Amen no fuchi koma no mimi furita tete Kikoshime seto Kashikomi no maosu Miroku o mikami Mamori tamae saki hae tamae Miroku o mikami Mamori tamae saki hae tamae Oshie mi oya nushi no kami Mamori tamae saki hae tamae Oshie mi oya nushi no kami Mamori tamae saki hae tamae Kannagara tamaji haemase Kannagara tamaji haemase Miroku Prayer. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei. Mikado e Meishu-sama blessed. Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. Illness. How foolish it is to try to cure illness without really knowing the true spiritual cause. Illness is a cleansing action, a purification of one's spiritual body, one of God's wondrous blessings. Life comes from God. Only God can make it whole. Humans alone cannot create life, nor can they cure physical illness on their own. A human being consists of two things, spirit and body. Since the law of the spiritual preceding the physical is a universal law, the spirit is of primary importance, while the body is actually secondary. The spirit should be transparent and pure, as in its original state. But when toxins occur in the physical body, they are reflected on the spiritual body as clouds. These clouds or opaque spots on the spirit are the true cause of illness. Once these opaque spots are removed, illness is healed. This is the principle behind Johrei, transmitting divine light to clear away one's spiritual clouds, and it is true healing. The spiritual purification of clouds results in a physical purification of toxins, which must be dissolved and eliminated. These processes, this process is the physical body accompanied by discomfort and pain. It's called illness. But illness is only a symptom appearing on the surface, and the true cause is inside the spiritual clouds. Thank you, everyone, for attending this evening service. We had an opportunity today to pray for our ancestors, to pray for our family and friends, and also to appreciate the life we have. Um, and today, I just need another 3 minutes for the study of the teachings of today that's very much related on what Meishu-sama is talking about. Um, Illness, purification of the spirit and the physical body. Um, Meishu-sama says on his teachings like this, in terms of my own mission, Johrei is the central aspect of my activities. As our members know very well, I write this character of light on a piece of paper, which when worn as a focal point, conveys the power to effect relief from serious illness and even restore health. For those who doesn't know, well, for you, in order to channel Johrei, you have to wear a sacred focal point. It's called ohikari. It's in a small piece of paper written the word light. So we all have that ohikari, this sacred focal point to channel Johrei, written by Meishu-sama. And he continues saying, I have already written hundreds of thousands of these focal points, but their effectiveness remain unchanged, no matter how their numbers increases. Furthermore, they are effective not only in restoring health, but also in improving a person's mental state and moral character. People are thus prevented from potentially very serious crises, thanks to the innumerable example of such miracles occurring all the time. More and more people are living in happiness. This is due entirely to the power of the focal points of the ohikari. There can be no doubt about all these miracles, since they are related in testimonials of actual experiences in our periodicals. And every day, Reverend Marco Negrão, he shares some Johrei experiences, sometimes from Portugal, from Europe, from Africa, from Brazil, from all over. It's a beautiful phrase testimonies. And then Meishu-sama continues saying, though largely spiritual now, this power will someday manifest itself in a physical form. When this occur, a true culture born of the conjunction of the spiritual culture of the East and the material culture of the West will come into being. The birth of such a culture is God's goal and God's will, and is unprecedented in the world. Then, finishing with this, the Johrei practiced by our members is an excellent example. People assume that since science uses visible therapeutic and mechanical methods, it will necessarily relieve illness. Yet they find it impossible at first to believe that Johrei, which involves no more than raising the hand into space, can have any therapeutic effect. They are totally unable to understand why the practice of Johrei may prove more effective in some cases than science. They can only wonder. In short, they can understand limited power, but limitless power is beyond them. However, for a person who understands the principle, it is perfectly natural. What is quite clear is that science is the limited power of humanity, whereas Johrei is the limitless power of God. So this divine, it's a manifestation of a divine energy transmitted through one individual to another for spiritual healing. It's called Johrei. Today, my life has changed totally because of Johrei. I don't fear illness. I just try to take care as much as I can of my physical body and especially my spiritual body. So with this study of the teaching today, illness, we would like to finish our service and reminding you that tomorrow at 10 a.m. we also have our morning service at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. our evening service. I'd like to thank you all very much for participating and have a good evening. Thank you.